Welcome back to AM Northwest. Our next guest has written a cookbook dedicated to the small but mighty sesame seed. Here to share a recipe perfect for the holidays, we welcome the host of the James Beard Award-nominated podcast, Your Last Meal, and the TV show, The Nosh, and author of Open Sesame, Rachel Belle. Great to have you with us.
It's so nice to be here, Helen. Thanks for having me.
Tell me about the Open Sesame. Like, how did you have an idea to work on sesame, to incorporate sesame and hummus and all that?
Yeah, so there's two things. So number one, my dad is Israeli, so I grew up with like tahini running through my blood.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, we would eat a lot of this at home. But the rest of the story of the book deal is a lesson in why it's good to come into work, even if you could be at home, working from home with your cat on your lap in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Because the pandemic happened, we weren't allowed to have anyone in studio. I was working in radio at the time in Seattle.
Okay.
And then as soon as we were allowed to have guests back in, I had in the publisher of Sasquatch Books, who I'd never met before, just to do some other kind of story.
Right.
We super hit it off. At the end, I did my patented second grade method of making friends. I just said, "Do you want to be my friend?" And she said, "I do." And
Yeah.
so 3 months later, she sent me a message and said, "I heard a podcast you did about tahini. You seemed very passionate. We wanted to do a sesame book. Do you want to write the proposal?" And I was like, "Okay." So
Yeah.
it kind of fell into my lap because of the passion that I put out there.
Right.
Book is tahini, also just sesame oil, sesame seeds, black sesame paste.
Yeah.
And it's so versatile because you can find those ingredients in so many cultures around the world.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's her
love
origin
it.
story.
Now, what are you making today for us?
Okay, so since it's morning, I thought we could do like kind of a simple breakfast.
Okay.
So I'm toasting some bread in the pan right now, and it's gonna be a roasted strawberry over goat cheese. So I already did this, so I roasted it with balsamic.
Oh.
And what else is in here? Salt and pepper and honey. And then we're gonna just drizzle tahini on the top, which most of the recipes in the book like incorporate it and it's into sauces.
Right.
But kind of just to show that, you know, you can just drizzle it because most people don't finish the jar.
I have a huge jar of tahini
Yes.
in my pantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And usually, you know, you buy it for like hummus or a
Right,
salad dressing
right.
and you use this much
Right.
and then it just goes in the back of the fridge and
Right.
it stays there. So this is kind of the mission of the book is like, let's empty that jar.
Let's use it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm just going to get this a teeny more toasty.
Now, you have it just in oil there, just in like olive oil?
Yes, in olive oil. If I was at home, I probably would just put it in the toaster, you know,
Okay.
but actually toasting bread in olive oil is
So yummy.
good.
So
Yeah,
yummy.
so I'll take it out so we can get
Your
schmearing here.
podcast, Your Last Meal, sounds so incredible. You had our friend Chuck Palahniuk on there.
I did,
Yeah, so tell
yes.
me how that went and what his last meal was.
Oh, okay. So I was a little bit nervous about having him on because, you know, having seen some of his films and reading his books, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, what is he going to be like? Is he
Right?
going to be dark and brooding? Is he
Yeah.
going to smile and all? And then he comes up on Zoom and he has this smiley face and he's
Yeah.
in a good mood. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be good. Can I have you finish
Yes,
doing the goat
absolutely.
cheese? So I'll have you put that on here. So
Okay.
you want to make sure you get it all the way to the edges.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to put this roasted strawberries on. Which
That's
this
such
is
a great idea,
this
roasted
is
strawberries.
also really good like on plain Greek yogurt or on ice
Okay.
cream or on waffles is also really good, which is another great place to just pour tahini.
I would have never thought of that, but now I'm going to try this.
Tahini and maple syrup is really good together too.
No
Okay,
kidding.
so
Okay.
we have that, and then we're gonna do our little drizz.
Okay, I'm putting
Ooh
the
la la.
strawberry.
Yeah, smush it around,
Love
and then you
it.
can do this, and then just a little bit
Tell me
of.
about some of your other recipes. I know you have, like, first of all, hummus, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
which seems so basic, but a lot of the hummus recipes online, they'll have like 2 or 3 tablespoons of tahini, and I'm like,
Right.
come on.
Yeah.
So I use a half a cup for a can of chickpeas, and the tahini you use, I think, is important. These are all my favorite brands.
Okay.
Because even though tahini is just roasted sesame seeds, they all taste different,
Oh.
depending on where the seeds were grown, how much they roast them, how long it's been on the shelf.
Wow, this is like wine.
You want to
Okay.
check the expiration date.
Okay.
A lot of them have been there for a long time. Here, I'll have you do a little drizzle
Sure.
of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, hummus is in there. There's a golden one with turmeric, and then there's a hot pink one with beets, which is really cute. But way beyond that,
You have sandwiches too, like a challah sandwich, right?
okay.
That looks so good when I
this
look at it.
is amazing. It is chicken
Look
schnitzel.
at this. Wow.
I mean, I look at that and I made it and I still am like drooling. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's sesame encrusted chicken schnitzel, and then you have this garlicky tahini sauce. There's fried eggplant. There's this Moroccan roasted pepper sauce called matboucha, which is kind of the base if you make shakshuka. It's that same kind of thing.
Wow.
And there's Israeli pickles on there. So yeah, we also have
noodle soup.
Noodle soup using sesame oil, kind of like in the style of pho. The desserts are really good. There's a tahini.
Whoopie pie?
There's a chocolate miso whoopie pies with tahini cream. There's a tahini cheesecake that has pistachios in the crust and honey instead of sugar. And what do you think?
Oh my God.
Let me give you a little salt, a little Jacobson since we're in Portland.
Rachel, that is fantastic.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
Wow.
I'll try too.
I'm gonna get some tahini because I bet you what I have has been expired because it's been there a while.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna put the recipe on our website at k2.com. The book again is called Open Sesame. Rachel Belle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was so fun.
It was so fun. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away. So good.